waiting at 906 because we're gonna find it in the property.
Is that Rogers?
No, security's coming.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I got it. Fucking steal my TV.
Nobody stole anything from you, young man.
Okay.
Young man.
Okay, thank you. Why don't you just give it back to me?
Why don't you call
Why
Rogers?
don't you just give it back to me?
Because my internet was delivered by Rogers.
You know what?
Rogers
You
delivered to
didn't
my
find
door.
your internet from my door.
I don't know how to even get onto mine. I haven't hooked it up yet. I have not.
It's running. It's running.
Just because I plugged in both boxes.
Give me a favor, grab my charger and bring it down to 9 for me.
So I'm gonna go and show you. You'll see both boxes. You'll see both boxes are plugged in. Yeah. So you will see both boxes are plugged in. So turned out Rogers, thanks to we're gonna show you here. Now that's an individual. Rogers sent me 2 boxes because I was here for 8 months and they've been charging me. So they gave me a new account. And I asked Mario, why do I need 2 boxes? So they sent this box and this box. I don't know how to hook this up because Housing had thrown out my glasses and my dentures. They took it on themselves because there's a fire in that bedroom caused by an electrical outlet having a lithium battery cell phone, according to the gentleman, Paul Keaton, who was taking care of my 2 cats in that room. Turned out he bought the dog. I had just left to go downstairs. When I come back, I see the dog, so I figured that Keaton was in the room. Turns out Keaton went in, grabbed his knapsack, plugged in his old cell phone. That's what he told me. He said, it's a whole cell phone, 7 years old, with a lithium battery. Funny and odd that you mentioned that when I told him that there was a fire isolated in his room, but with the police bearing false witness on me and laying these false criminal charges due to the fact that the police were just found guilty in the Superior Court of breaking the law because I had them on trial and their investigators, the OIPRD. And there's the emails I got to recover after I got back. I've been trying to hook up my internet since Rogers sent me these boxes. But I can't figure out why you need 2 more. Now, I guess if I plug them both out, let me see now. I'm going to find out now, see if he finds his internet. Now, as you can see, I have my TV over here. That's not hooked up yet. My other computer here is not hooked up. My other computer here is not hooked up. And all my computers, none of them are hooked up because I don't have the internet because I don't know how to get the internet. So now try and see now if you get your internet. I just plugged out both boxes.
Pull the plug in both
No,
boxes.
there's 2 boxes. I'll plug them back
You have
in.
to plug them. He told me they were running.
There's 2 boxes I plugged in. Okay? You're done. You're the one who came here. That's your problem. I'm done with you too.
I know you're
Have a great day.
You're coming.
And brother, how are you? I want to ask this guy something. When he's done. No, I'm asking him a question.
Hang around.
No, you know, Roger sent me 2.
You say that my internet, call the kid. Yeah.
I get it. These are the 2 things they sent me though. I don't know. I don't know how to hook them up. I asked my brother, I asked Mary. Yeah, well, don't worry. No, we have videos. God bless. We have
I
been.
mean, you're fucking
Thank God.
media and everything, you really don't know, I'm over,
I don't know. I'm running for the office. I'm a servant. My brother knows internet. Miriam, sure, let them come. Remember, I defeated them in the Superior Court. They were found guilty of corruption. That's why they charged me, because Kerr was found guilty in my case against them. Toronto Police versus Mr. Kevin Clark on behalf of the people. Google it. You'll see. The police were found guilty when I put them on trial in the Superior Court of Ontario. To God be the glory. So do whatever you want. Okay? But if you get Rogers delivered 2 modems to my door. They delivered it to my door. And if I have one
He came up for a cigarette, I didn't have any,
They-
they took my fucking shit.
they came and they came and delivered 2 modems. This camera will show you the Rogers representative dropping off 2 of these. Now, these are the individuals Toronto Community Housing used to get rid of good tenants. So that young man down there should be a tenant, but in turn, this tenant, and he has to pay rent to this tenant. See, housing used these individuals who are abusing the system, and in turn, they turn them against individuals who are looking to fix the system. And then these individuals, in turn, are being charged by the police for committing no criminal act. See, this individual came to my door and said, I go and steal his internet, but I'm on data from Freedom Mobile, which is where my cell phone is hooked up to. And you just saw the 5 machines. The 5 machines. Rogers changed the password? Why would that change? I don't know nothing about it. I plugged out both of them.
Yeah, they were both fucking earlier.
Yeah, I'll find out what, that you are insane, that you're trying to do work for housing because you live, because you live in a 2-bedroom fit for children and you have no children.
Bullshit.
You were given the unit on the grounds that you were gonna have a child. Okay, then we will find out. We will.
Don't worry, you're gonna go to jail.
Your next mayor is here. Your next mayor is here. And there will be repercussion for anyone who do what this individual did and what this girl tried to do this morning. Because I used chalk to say that there was glass all over there. They told me it was okay to have broken glass from alcoholics all over the place, but it's not okay to use chalk to say that it's broken glass for people not to step. You will come up here and you will see where there's more broken glass up here. I'm going to take photo. I'm not going too far. Now, let me show you this broken glass here on the 11th floor. Now, take a look at this. Let's see if they cleaned it up. Oh, they finally got it. Hopefully all the glass. Oh no, that's where I left. So they cleaned up the glass, but they left the chalk, the broken glass. So as you can see, that is what they oppose the against. Well, when I keep the video on, because you see the attacks these individuals feel that they can do. So
You gotta plug the fucking internet in. Okay, that's fine.
no, I'll plug it back in.
Oh, okay.
Would you like it plugged back in? Leave it off? Okay.
It's not registering now, but I think when I came to that door, so I know you have it.
I can
I
plug
got
it.
the serial.
Well, I don't know how.
They come and they show a picture of Curator dropping it on my door. How did that down here?
There won't be a picture of that. There will not be.
They all work.
Unless you drop it at my door, but this camera will tell that.
They all work.
Yeah, well, we will see if this camera works. This camera will show either me walking in with 2 internet boxes, or it will show Rogers dropping off 2 internet boxes, or it will show this individual told by housing to drop off his box, so in turn, they can try to pretend I'm Jesus and then try to bear false witness on me. Thank God for the camera. Let's pray it works. To God be the glory. Well, this individual here lives on 15, lives in a 2-bedroom unit, fit for children, and he's a dad that lost his child, but he told housing that his children is with him still, and in turn he rents out different portions of the unit, and his children do not come through. So in turn, but he seems to have been an okay person. He comes to my door banging for cigarettes and all whatever, and I give him whatever he needs, or his girl come and ask for food, I give him food. This morning, he came banging down at my door, screaming, and you can hear it. I couldn't get the phone lined up, that he's going to kill me, that I stole his internet, I have his internet, I have this, and somehow he's able, I guess he's tracking. So if this was not something that was set up by Toronto Community Housing, giving him the preferences that he lives in a unit without children, and for them to keep him here so long, why would he come from 15 directly down to my unit just when I chalked all the corner of Morningside and Kingston Road, Lawrence and Kingston Road, announcing my candidacy for the office of Toronto Mayor? And then in turn, suddenly you have one person accusing me of being an attempt murderer, a man who proved in the court of law that the Toronto police lied and they laid false criminal charges. Detective Peter K-R-U-C-Z-E-K was enticed to lay charges against me because I got new tiles here, I got the walls painted, I got the child care center at the front fixed from all the pigeon poop, I got the gazebo clean, which was infested with dog poop. I got a basketball court installed. I got a garden installed. I got the heater fixed in the pool. I got the garbage chute cleaned regularly. And I roam the stairwells every single day, or every time my health permits, to make sure it's safe and fit for children to live, play, grow, and prosper. And then in turn, a fire from the electrical outlet, because housing does not require you to have an electrical license to do electrical work. All you have to do is say, I know how to do it. And then housing will have these contractors come into your unit, remove the socket, and replace the electrical wires that can easily caught on fire. When they did, though, they left no covering on mine. The socket wasn't screwing properly, and it was soggy. And on March 30th, Paul Keaton, an individual who had flesh-eating disease, ended up in the hospital. His wife died on the 21st floor. Housing told him that he had to leave right away, even though it was his wife of 30-something years, because he wasn't on the lease. But they used to lease an apartment before, then they went into a breakup, then they got back together, and she suddenly died. His possessions are there. Housing tells him that some type of conflict or something, he's not allowed to stay there. This is when your wife, your common-law wife of 31 years, just passed away. And in turn, Paul, when he came back, I thought he was dead. He said, oh my God, my cell phone. I said, what do you mean? He said, I plugged in my old cell phone, it's a 7-year-old cell phone with a lithium battery, into that socket that was shaking. And that's what caused the fire. Khrushchev, in turn, took my words telling him how I found out about the fire. I was writing a letter to the Premier and the Prime Minister about why they did not acknowledge the Supreme Court of Canada case I was in, docket 41436, against the City of Toronto, and Olivia Chow contested her appointment to the office of mayor. And that had been going on for 450 days. I stopped her legally after the 90-day legal deadline required by the provincial level of government. And Olivia Chow was obligated to inform the people that she failed to legally secure the office of mayor under the provincial law, so she cannot be acknowledged as the legal mayor of the City of Toronto until this legal proceeding has commenced and is completed. Olivia Chow kept it under the closet, and she showed that her and the media worked together because the media kept it out of the media. The most historical legal challenge in Canadian political history for the office of mayor of Canada's largest city being contested in the highest court of this country. And the appointed mayor, whose appointment is being contested, and the city that appointed her, and the media that promoted her with the other five to get her elected, kept it away from the people. In turn, Chow raised property tax, which she was not allowed to do at that time because she was not yet legally mayor. Chow gave the police a raise when she was not legally entitled to do. The only way she could have raised property tax or give the police a raise is if she had a referendum, consulted the people, and says there's a legal proceeding in the court of law, and I've not been able to legally secure the office of mayor as long as this proceeding is commenced. I do wish to move forward with this city, and there's things I implement, but I need the people's approval for me to do it on the grounds that as not being the legal mayor, just the appointed mayor, I do not have the authority to do it by the provincial level of government, which is the only level of government that can legally make someone the head of a municipality. It's called the Provincial Municipal Elections Act. So in turn, I took the police to court also too. And I took their overseer, OIPRD, which is now called LECA. I took them to Superior Court on corruption, that they lied, that the officer lied, and so on lied. Turned out, just at the same time of this fire, the Superior Court of Ontario ruled against the police and the Toronto Police Service, stating that they did lie, that Officer Kerr did lie, Officer Kerr failed to do his duty, and that the investigating officer of the complaint that I filed, she failed to do her duty because she took Officer Kerr's words as fact without looking at the evidence. And in turn, that's how a fire was started here. And then this individual comes here this morning and telling me that I can understand if I had one modem in my unit, but I have two modems in my unit. So what bearing would that, how would that give any credibility or any possibility of what his allegation is? If I had one modem in my unit, was only it was his modem, then. But I clearly stated to him I have two modems in my unit. I showed the two books that Roger sent me. These are the both things that came here. And in turn, why would somebody run for the office of mayor? Take a look, we just had a Children's Unified Friendship Pizza Party to where I use money I normally use for drugs. I use that to buy pizza for kids for Christmas. I had a homeless hunger feed out, and you take a look at all the videos I've done about the repairs, maintenance, and safety issues. And then they tried to use the fact that 7 years ago, I received housing because of a large amount of wrongful accusation by the Toronto police that made me the most successfully wrongfully arrested person in the history of Toronto, according to 52 divisional news. So imagine that. It means that police feel that they can just make charges against me because I used to be homeless or because I had a criminal record. And they can ignore everything and all the evidence. And that is the fact. So I will be at home all day after the incident this morning with that person there who said I killed 30-something cats. I will attach the photos here that showed my two cats who would have died in the fire in the room. And that photo makes you wonder, is my cat still alive? Because one photo showed Mr. Wonderful, my baby, who I haven't been able to mourn, laying on my bed, which is right by the balcony, which the police tried to say that I burnt down. Well, I just agreed not to go back there. And then they took all my precious 61 years of life, all my paperwork, threw it in the garbage. But they just said we'll give it back to the electronics. When we got the electronics, the box that hold the security camera that showed that exactly what I said is what happened. That was gone. The security camera from my door, that was gone. Yeah, and they didn't burn up in the fire because the computers and the things that was hooked up to them was returned to me, except they weren't returned, they were returned without the cords. But there's one piece of damage thing. Thank God for Apple and Mac. When you, I know we will wait for security or the police. God bless. Okay. One love, I will be here. God, I'll be here all day. You got my number too, 647 7. Yeah, or I might go out between 5 and 7. Just have them call me. 647-745-2768. Blessings. Now we're going to proceed with legal actions against all, because that is the standards we're going to put through. Anyone who bear false witness against anyone, they will pay financially, or they will pay with criminal time. It is illegal in the city of Toronto, under incoming mayor Mr. Kevin Clark, for anyone to bear false witness against anyone. So if you're going to say something against someone, you better make sure it's fact, or you are going to pay back. To God be the glory.